something that I started thinking about was it was kind of interesting to hear, somebody lamenting, and I get it. It was, anthropomorphizing the animal kingdom, kind of wanting animals to have the same kind of ethics as us. But I had to point out, well, it's harsh Darwinian selection. Is that what like Australian animals were under? They were under some of the harshest Darwinian selection when Australia, during the Age of Discovery, when Europeans discovered the continent of Australia, and found, the harsh Darwinian selection there was so harsh that humans who were living there had not developed yet to the point that they had developed water skins yet, which is just amazing to think of how harsh the conditions must have been to keep humans from being able to even get to that point at that stage, like with that much time passing. And now we see how many of the Aboriginals of Australia, now in a modern society, just have no capacity to really adapt. They have, fiercely maladaptive traits for a society based around open-mindedness and tolerance of different groups and high intelligence, breeding for high male and female intelligence. And so something that I started to think about was that the Republic itself is a veneer, is a very thin veneer over the real world. It's a veil. This is a lot of Americans who they get, they have like, America's fake. Well, no, it's what they're dealing with is harsh Darwinian selection and reverting back to that, because that is the default. The default for humans is polygamy and slavery. The idea, blah blah, and people are all like this. No, people were unbelievably cruel to one another. They would kill each other and consume each other. That was normal. During the Age of Exploration, this was widely found across many societies that had not really developed a lot of technology. There wasn't really the idea of passing on good ideas to another group. And so now I've actually had to think about, what a lot of we're seeing, the madman dressed up as a woman. This is actually also not abnormal for when humans this revert back to kind of a more savage state. That you have these mad people who then, people actually heed. As if they're in touch with some other kind of world, but we no longer think that that's true. Our society now with science, such a magical view of the world. Because you would have to, that's what it is. It's just harming of children that are different than that are not your family group. This is also something that would not be an abnormal thing for humans, unfortunately. So then, and you're starting to see that among these kind of mad people with kind of crazy ideas about their identity. They're just the veil of civilized society is just coming off. Harem breeding, we're seeing that. So it's just one of those things. It was a passing thought about something I was like, yeah, we're just mostly seeing like society kind of revert back to its normal stage of savagery. And that the people who want to uphold modern law and order are the people that actually are more, we're better bred for this, our society. Yeah. So it's just something that I was thinking about. I'm going to actually kind of roll this around in my mind a little bit more. All right, later.